I should have seen it coming. But I didn't. Not really. That Christmas Eve started like every other. Lights twinkling on the tree, the scent of pine mixing with cinnamon and roasted turkey, my wife laughing in the kitchen, humming along to some old carol. And I thought I was home. Safe. Happy. The first sign was small, almost laughable in hindsight. My phone buzzed while I was unwrapping a gift for her. It was her. Running late. Dinner with a friend first. Don't wait for me. I frowned. A friend? At 6:30 on Christmas Eve? But I shrugged it off. Maybe it was just a last-minute errand. I replied, no worries. See you soon. And I believed her. But then the missed calls started. A dozen in the span of an hour. Her texts were clipped, absent of warmth. Sorry, traffic. Almost there. Don't worry. I stare at my phone, the knot in my stomach growing. But I told myself it was nothing. I was overthinking. I reasoned. I always had a tendency to worry too much. When she finally arrived, I noticed the subtle changes. The perfume that wasn't hers, the hurried brush of hair away from her face, the way she avoided my gaze. Everything okay? I asked, heart pounding. She smiled, but it didn't reach her eyes. Yes, just a long day. Her voice was steady, almost rehearsed. I wanted to believe her. I needed to. Dinner began normally enough. Family chatter, the clink of cutlery, laughter echoing around the room. But something gnawed at me. Every time she left the table, she'd excuse herself with her phone pressed to her ear, whispering or laughing softly at something I couldn't hear. My mind started to spiral. Am I imagining this? Is this all in my head? Then came the accidental discovery. A notification on her phone. A message preview as she left on the counter. I didn't want to read it. I told myself I wouldn't. But curiosity, fear, something deeper made me glance. Can't wait to see you tonight. I'll be alone soon. It was enough to make my chest tighten. The room spinning slightly. I stared at her from across the table, heart hammering, eyes searching for answers in a place I didn't know existed anymore. But instead of confronting her, I stayed silent. I didn't know why. Shame? Shock? Or maybe a small, terrible part of me wanted to witness it, to understand the depth of the betrayal before pretending it hadn't happened. The moment came quietly, almost imperceptibly. She kissed me goodnight and slipped out, saying she was just getting something from the car. I followed later, down the hall, keeping my distance. And that's when I saw him, another man, waiting for her in the shadows of the driveway, his hand brushing hers as if the world around them didn't exist. Everything I felt collided at once. Disbelief, rage, heartbreak so sharp it stole my breath. I wanted to scream, to run in and tear them apart, to demand the truth, but my legs froze. My voice wouldn't come. I watched silent, as my wife laughed softly at something he said, her eyes shining in a way I had once thought were reserved only for me. I stayed silent because confrontation would have been chaos, because in that moment, I needed to witness reality without the filter of denial. I stayed silent because I loved her enough to let the truth unfold, even if it shattered me. When they parted, she returned to the house, brushing past me with a casualness that made my chest ache. Everything okay? I asked, my voice hollow. She nodded. Yes, just cold out there. That night, sleep didn't come. I replayed every memory, their laughter echoing behind my eyes, her warmth in my arms that now felt like a lie, the small betrayals I had ignored, the unexplained absences, the sudden hush of the house when she thought I wasn't looking. Every shared moment now had cracks. Christmas morning brought no cheer, only quiet reflection. She acted normal, exchanging gifts and smiles, but I could no longer see her as I had before. The love I had carried for years was still there, yes, but buried under hurt, under doubt, under a realization that the person I trusted most had chosen someone else, even if only for a moment. I didn't confront her that day. I let her go through the motions while I held on to myself. And in that silence, I found clarity. Painful, yes, but clarity. I didn't need explanations, apologies, or tears. I needed to reclaim myself, my dignity, my sense of worth. I needed to remember that love shouldn't feel like this. When she finally asked if I wanted to talk, I shook my head. No, not yet. I walked away, holding my heart in my own hands, letting the world fall where it may. That Christmas, I learned the weight of silence, the cost of betrayal, and the quiet power of choosing oneself over another's deception. And as I stepped outside into the cold winter morning, the snow crunching beneath my boots, I realized that the hardest gifts are sometimes the ones that teach you who you really are and who you don't need to be around.